Alright, good morning. We're back in Ron's shop. I figured I'd put a little video out about rebuilding master brake cylinders and your clutch cylinders. Master clutch cylinder. I've already rebuilt my slave cylinder on the transmission and put a kit into it. And of course I had to re-hone it, get all the junk out of it. Alright, here's an exploded view of where everything goes on a master brake cylinder and the order it goes in. You got your first piston, it goes in first. Your next spring for your second piston goes in, and then you have your first piston that goes in. Now this is a double action. Most of your 1970 and up Triumphs and Triumph GT6s are going to have this double action master brake cylinder. And so what I did is I cleaned it up, got it apart. Now this goes where it fits right in that hole there and screws into your metal housing of the master brake cylinder. And when you're taking this apart, you know, take your time. What I did, because these little screws get real rusty and stuff, is I took a small vice grips before I even put a screwdriver on them and cracked these loose. I then cleaned them all up with a wire wheel and got them ready for reinstallation. But I figured by showing you, if somebody takes one apart and they forget how it goes, this is the order it goes. Your little clip will go right here, and this was what holds it all into the master cylinder when you're done. Now you'll need one of these for sure. It's a small honer. It'll fit right in when you squeeze it together for honing. Whoops, I gotta put that back on. Anyway, this is your, I'm waiting for my rebuild kit, but this rubber goes here, this rubber goes here, and then this screws in on top of this. They sit just like that, screwed in, it's threaded. And you will need a bit that fits into that. I so happen to have one to get these loose for the cleaning process and rebuild process, but it goes just like that. It sits in there. Alrighty, I believe it's some type of check valve. I'm not quite sure how it works, but that's how that goes. Then you've got your first piston, it slides back in. And what you're going to be doing on these is there's a rubber, a piece, there's rubber right there that's going to be replaced, a rubber, and then you got a little one in here. You'll pull this down and that will be replaced, and then your next spring will go in. On this piston, this rubber will be replaced. So that is how all that goes back in. And of course, that'll be replaced. That goes on last. Got to stretch it over the end, and then everything gets bolted back up to the main frame of it's the frame holder, or the holder for that gets bolted down inside your firewall. But now I painted all these, like this is painted in silver, heat temp, high temp silver paint. I use that stuff. I use the black high temp and the silver high temp paint for doing a lot of this engine stuff, and it works really well and it's affordable. So I'm gonna get to this morning and tear this one apart and see what I got, see if it can be rebuilt. For now, I'll let you go. Bye.